January 27th to order. First, we'll have the roll call. Dave, I'm here. Casey?
Here.
Todd? Here. Jesse? Here. Mark?
Yes, here.
Lee?
Here.
And John? Here. All right. Agenda before us, anything, no last minute stuff?
I had a question that kind of ties in with the minutes, but as far as the 2026 meeting dates, the last paragraph of our minutes said we postponed a detailed review until November 2025. Very confusing. I don't know if it's supposed to be January and we need to add that to the agenda.
That was an error that should have said approve the preliminary meeting minutes.
We did approve them?
Yes,
I can't remember.
or
Okay.
the preliminary meeting schedule for 2026. That might have been copy and paste error from the
Right,
previous case.
right,
Oh.
right.
That was the other thing I saw too. On all the, like the motions carried, I was like looking, I was here. There's two glicks in there on the yeses.
Okay, under old business.
Dave gets 2 votes now.
Yeah, on old business and
It's now a later
new
sale.
business one. I just
Yeah.
noticed that. Just a weird.
You were here, but you weren't here.
Yeah, but I didn't vote, I guess. They voted twice.
So we don't need to change the agenda. anyways. That's what I was asking. We need to change it because I can't remember.
You can just discuss that during meeting minutes and
Right. I just didn't know if it was going to affect the agenda was all, if that needed to get changed, so.
Do I have a motion for approval of the agenda?
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Move on to the approval of the minutes for the November 25th, 2025 meeting.
We have a motion to approve the minutes from November 2025. Well, I probably can't because I wasn't here, so somebody else go ahead.
Didn't we say that's no longer,
you can, because you're not voting stating that you were there, you're voting stating that you believe it is a accurate representation of what happened in the meeting.
Okay, I make a motion to approve the minutes with changing the second click on the 2 things to Lee's name. And to update the section about the 2026 meetings showing that it was already approved.
Support.
I have a motion and support? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right. We're now going to get into public comment. We do have a couple items for public hearing, so it's not going to be addressing those items. However, if you are here and you would like to, you have up to 3 minutes to speak on anything you wish. Could be anything, I guess, a 3-minute song, it's all up to you. I'll go ahead and open that up at 6:03. This is our biggest public in a while, so it's kind of fun for us.
Yeah. we got more than one.
All right, seeing none, I'll go ahead and close it at 6:03. We will now move into items for public hearing. The first one that we do have is the ordinance amendment for woodworking and readopt the accessory buildings on corner lots. I will go ahead at this point and open up the public hearing for anyone have any comments on that one? All right, I will close the public hearing at that point to discussion. think this is the one we've all working on. It just would seem to have all the things. Any questions? Anyone have any input? Anything on?
Was there any discussion, you guys talked about this before, about making it effective for any other zoning besides just ag?
I don't remember that.
Does anybody think it would be appropriate to be in any other zoning or not?
Would be allowed as a home-based business,
Oh, okay. So that would probably,
just for if anyone has a large tract of land with a barn or anything
sure,
without a house.
okay.
Question? Again, this is the recommendation we would be voting on is to send it to the township board. It's their choice on whether to adopt. Is there anyone that would like to make a motion?
I will make a motion to recommend that the township board adopt ordinance 2026-01 pertaining to wood shops and accessory buildings on the corner lots.
A motion and support. Do a roll call vote here. Dave, yes. Casey?
Yes.
Todd? Yes. Jesse?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
And John?
Yes.
All right, that one moves forward to. Next up, we have a public hearing for PC 26-01 at 5948 Holton Road, asking for a zoning change from C1 to R2. And before I do the public hearing, Paul, I think you're here. If you would like to take a minute here, you can stay probably right in your seat there. Again, not a big crowd or no one angry or anything tonight. So you just want to tell us what you're looking to do.
Actually, we've had it on the market for about 14, 15 months now. If whatsoever. It's just not very practical for a commercial business. So if we can make some small changes, convert it back to residential, at least we can get it back on the market where it's saleable. And it seems like with the proximity to the elementary school, it'd be a pretty good location for a young family. It's not going to take a lot of changes to get it there. I mean, it's basically a house anyway. So modifications and it'll be ready.
All right, very good. All right, well, at this time, it's six, I got the layer on that thing. 6:08. I'll go ahead and open up the public hearing for this. And again, if anyone does have a public comment they would like to make during this, all we ask is to just give us your name and address so we can have it for the record. Again, it is open, and is there anyone that would like to make a comment? Really hard when you open it at the same minute and then close it at the same minute. It's not like I'm being really mean and bossy or whatever. All right, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing at 6:08. All right, get into some discussion here. Any comments, questions, anything on this?
Sense to me.
Yeah, me too.
Make a motion to recommend that the township board adopt the proposed ordinance to rezone 5948 Holton Road from C1 to R2.
Support.
I have a motion and support. We'll do a roll call vote on this. Dave, yes. Casey?
Yes.
Todd?
Yes.
Jesse?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
And John?
Yes.
All right, that moved right. We'll move on to the public hearing for PC 26-02 at 5837 Holton Road for a mini golf public park, SLU and SPR. I see, Dave, that you are here. If you would like to, again, no, probably right from right there, if you want to just go ahead and let us know a little bit about what you're looking to do.
I'm just looking at a mini golf course to our entertainment at the bar restaurant.
We'll, we had some questions on this. We'll wait till our board discussion. We may again ask for some clarification. We have some questions on some things like the lighting and what have you. So we'll have some things we'll probably bring back around again here, but looks pretty simple. I mean, if everybody knows what mini golf is, I think we're pretty much tuned with that. So I will go ahead and open up the public hearing at 6:10. Are there any public comments for that?
Dave, I did receive one phone call this afternoon. There was concern regarding additional traffic coming to the bar.
If you have that, if you receive the call, we bring if the person provided their name, do we put that into the record or is that just anonymous?
It was anonymous.
Okay.
And their concern was
Traffic coming in and out of the bar off of M120.
golfers. There's some demand we're not aware of.
There won't be golf carts or anything like that, right?
There will not.
Okay, so I'm just making sure. Maybe I missed something. All right. I'll go ahead again, open up the public comment at 6:11. And if there's any public comment, seeing none, I'll go ahead and close it at 6:11. All right, we'll go to discussion.
The only question I think anybody would have, Dave, is it looks like you have 18 odds for golf. Explain what each rectangle.
Yeah, that I was just trying to represent the square footage, but each hole is going to be close to the rest of it, which is about 200 square feet, including the bathroom. Hole.
Okay. But they'll indeed be.
They're going to be, yeah, they're going to have here,
Okay.
other than a square pod.
I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have some, but I was just trying to represent.
Okay, I got you.
I think I'll ask the question. Some of the questions, a lot of things with lighting like that over that, there are some houses that may be affected by that. Is the lighting going to be contained inside? It's not going to be standing light that goes out. It's going to be directed.
Straight down lighting.
Okay.
All lighting will be straight. For sure.
Dark sky.
Those
And
two.
I think the nearest house is probably almost 200 feet away.
We'll get the question. Someone will ask and say, it's beaming. And illumination levels, I don't know what's standard for something like that as far as if it is self-contained and on the property. Do you have roughly an idea of lumens or anything like that?
No.
It's going to be,
But it's going to be like, I just was trying to count, but it's going to be, I think, well over 200 feet off the road too, as well. Which also has trees and houses and the restaurant in a way. So for as far as traffic, there's nothing there for sure.
and the abutment goes against the railroad tracks. So the 15 feet versus the 25, it's not infringing on anyone else's issue there.
Yeah, it'll be within all the setbacks.
Comments? Questions?
It's pretty basic, other than the lighting. I was gonna see what we had in here.
That'll be within the allowable carry your own drink kind of area.
Yeah.
That's what I figure. I don't really know those laws, but
Yeah.
my wife and I were talking about it.
Somewhat,
Yeah.
you have to have some boundaries fenced in, so even if it's a chain for, but it's got to have boundaries, set boundaries, where you just can't walk past it.
We have to identify that, right?
You definitely-
Or you have to say nothing beyond, okay, that's.
LCC don't let any of that crap go.
In the hours of operation, it says, I think Stephen had said it would default to the 7 days at that allow, they're asking for 12 PM to 2 AM. That what you're kind of thinking?
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's what I was asking for. I mean, I really don't see it being open until 2 PM except on occasional. I see, yeah, 2 AM, excuse me, not the following morning, but I'm guessing probably start at noon. Probably mostly more of a 10 o'clock thing, I guess, or 9 o'clock.
Stephen, do we need to discuss them separately, the special land use and the site plan review? Those have to be done separately, correct?
These can be done at the same time.
Okay. Makes it easier. Well, we have comments accepted on questions on either or the site plan or the actual special land use application. Well, I know the other question was, for water, if there were to be rain or whatever, if there were drainage off there. I can't imagine this is gonna be anything that's gonna harbor, tidal waves or anything.
That was why I gave you the squares of, you can kind of see the amount of Smith, so everything's gonna have grass or some kind of landscaping around.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like a parking lot, it'll be pods.
The only real concern here is the lighting.
Not really, because I mean, if you read the lighting in 4.25, it tells you everything you need to know. I mean, and that's part of the zoning that they have to follow anyway, so.
Which we probably should just state.
We probably should update that, because it's talking about standard color metal halide sources. I think it should talk about LED at this point, but that's neither here nor there.
That's a good idea.
Stephen, do we have to state anywhere in this what the lighting is, or can we just refer to in compliance?
You should refer to being in compliance with section 4.25.
If you're not sure what that is, we can get you a copy of that just to make sure you again, reading it sometimes, if you can't sleep at night, start reading some of it. And if you have questions, everybody happy? Are you transcribing to?
I am, unless somebody else has got it. You don't, go ahead. I'm
On down
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I can't afford that.
Make a motion to approve the special land use permit and site plan review for a miniature golf course, which is determined to be a public park under Dalton Township zoning ordinance at 5839 Bolton Road. As proposed, so long as the lighting meets, section 4.25. I further move that the requirements of section 11.5E3 be modified to allow for a 15-foot rear yard setback as proposed by the applicant.
Or motion and support. That's good. All right, we will go ahead and do a roll call vote here. Dave, yes. Casey?
Yes.
Todd? Yes. Jesse?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
And John?
Yes.
All right. All right, next we move into, we have some planning and zoning report for December 25th and the annual one, which was pretty cool. We even have our attendance on there, so if you want to take a look at that and see if you get a gold star or raise. Or raise.
I was feeling bad about myself, so I saw yours.
Now we overachieved.
At the, how long are the terms?
Yeah.
How long are the terms?
3 years, 2 years?
Three. I feel like I just swore in again. And
I
it
think you
says,
did.
okay, so that's not correct, December 2026.
This is probably before, we probably made this before we re-upped it at the last meeting, I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
Okay.
Last board meeting, we
It's like, man, that went by really
John
quick.
Heck on, re-upped his term.
There's might be a message there.
Oh, maybe I'm getting pushed out.
To clarify with clarity.
I think this report's really well done, Stephen.
That was very good read.
Yeah, it looked very nice. When is the
It is.
the Lakewood Additions sub-plan? When are we gonna have the mandated review and comment?
Is done in February. So the planning commission will be final recommendation in February, and then March will be when the board approves it.
Are we just advertising that on the internet? Is it gonna be at the?
So we also have to advertise public hearings.
Yep.
That will be in the paper. And on the bulletin board and the website.
Try to get feedback on that, yeah.
2-3 days is for just adjacent municipalities and all the required agencies.
All right, so going through those reports was interesting, and again, thank you for that, Stephen. No unfinished business, and we will now move into new business, which we have PC 26-03 or 5430 Russell Road identification sign for McCormick Sand Incorporated. We do have somebody here representing that. No, we don't do anything formal when someone steps down, right? You don't have to acknowledge or do anything. Okay.
Way to go, buddy.
Don't want anybody to look at it and go, they just kicked him out. Or... All right, we have someone here representing McCormick.
Yep, Robert.
Okay, perfect. If you want to go ahead and step forward and kind of tell us what you're looking for.
Yeah, so
You don't even need to step forward. You can just sit right there. I didn't want to make you like, oh.
I put together a drawing for you guys to look at, but we're proposing to install a identifying plywood sign for the business along Russell Road. But currently our office doesn't have any signage visible from the roadway. So as a result, motorists frequently miss the entrance to our building, our pit, on Mishawanda Road, our access point. So we've seen people oftentimes drive past, stop, and either back up or have to turn around. That poses a safety issue for not only them, but other people in the general public. So we feel a sign would help identify the entrance sooner and reduce any unsafe driving maneuvers that we've seen to help improve traffic and contribute to overall roadway safety in the area. The sign that I kind of put together a drawing on, it's a conceptual sign. As you can see, looking at utilizing a small dozer as the base, then elevating it on 4 piers, so it'll have 2-foot clearance beneath it. It is conceptual, so we're not quite 100% certain as far as the logo size that'll be attached to it. We plan it to be double-sided, so you can see it from both directions, north or south on Russell. And we are planning to have it either side of the sign within 2 feet of each other. So only one side of the sign would count towards the allotted square footage, is my understanding. So as far as like properties in the area, the McCormick's own property to the north and the west, and the Dalton Township transfer station is to the south. So we don't feel like there's any negative impacts to neighboring properties. Instead, the sign would improve traffic safety and reduce confusion for nearby landowners and the broader community. So it could be very beneficial for everybody. Yeah.
Beautiful. You own that old Caterpillar?
We do not know. We need to still find one. The idea is to find an older one from like the 20s or 30s.
It's pretty
And
cool.
We'll probably sandblast it and paint it nice.
Yeah.
Make it look really good. Then we'll, find a company to build a sign to, affix to the top of it, was the thought. Something unique and different that you don't see every day, but also looks pretty cool. I think a lot of people in the area would find it neat.
I think the whole thing's a good idea. You never know, it may drive business, if it's one customer or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever, who knows?
exactly. There's a lot of people in the area too that I don't think really know what we are or what we do. I mean,
Yeah.
we don't have a sign.
Right.
It'll probably, put that in someone's memory driving by, oh, Cormac Sand, they're right down the road from us, so.
And you don't have to have people pulling in with a truckload of stuff in the back going, is this the transfer station?
Exactly. Yes. Well, anyways, but that happens all too often.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to remember where I've seen them. But those are like that. All my traveling around. Wreck my brain. I'll let you know.
Yeah, if you see one, let us know.
There was one asked, wanted to clarify the vertical dimension of the sign cabinet so that the exact sign area can be noted.
So the actual, the logo area of the sign, this is rough dimensions, would be approximately 5 foot by 10 foot. Might end up being a little bit smaller, but I think that would give us enough room to work with.
That's, you're going to the larger, you could go smaller, you're not gonna exceed that, you're gonna stay. I mean, I guess, as long as you stay within the square footage,
So, which we're given 118 square foot.
so we do that to, within the dimension requirements, I think that was.
Yeah, technically you can go twice that size then, almost, right? Because 118 square foot.
Yeah, we could go twice that size.
50 square feet
for one side.
Oh, is it per side? They would have?
Well, so if it's within 2 feet of each other, each sign face, then you only have to count one side of the sign. That would be our intent.
Yeah, I couldn't remember all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, 50 feet after what you're allotted, whatever.
Any questions?
Does your construction business go under the same name? Or is it, your
Yeah.
excavation?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's all the same.
When I was thinking of customers, I was thinking more that way.
Oh,
I'm not a sign guy, but it says sand, but you do a lot more than sand,
We
right?
do, yeah. Yeah, and we might put a small blurb below our logo or something stating like gravel and aggregates and construction or something too, potentially. Depending on what it looks like.
But if people are looking for you, they see the name McCormick, they know you're there. So that's a good thing.
quite often what we have happen is, I shouldn't say quite often, I mean, it's occasional, it's often enough, but a new trucker comes, they haven't been there before.
Yeah.
They usually come to the south. They usually go past the driveway a couple hundred feet and realize they missed it.
Yeah.
And then they're backing up a gravel train down the road, swinging around. That's what they do, because that's, they don't know where to go turn around, and they would avoid a lot of that. Even though, we give them specific instructions, go exactly 2 miles. It's 1 mile past the stoplight, and they wind up 300 feet past.
Is this image from Google?
It is.
I don't know how to spell. They only have Michelin.
It's Lena.
Yeah, the east side is spelled wrong and the west side is spelled correctly.
Been like that for years.
Way to go, Google. That's real hard.
Michelin.
Michelin. So you guys are actually on East Michelina? Oh, you're on Russell.
The east side is Michelina.
Well, no wonder people are confused when they're trying to find you.
Isn't that the name of the frozen dinners? I mean, people I think there's something down there going, hey.
I like it. I drive by it almost daily and, you know, it won't be some boring signs. Be some
Right.
cool.
We want to make it unique and neat. It's what, right? Over that. Weird flashing light. I mean, you know, something unique that fits in, you know.
And about the truck drivers, like that's such a good point because I drove trucks over the road for about 7 years and if you blow by, a lot of times you're either backing up, which you shouldn't do,
Because you don't know where to go though.
or you got to figure out how to get turned around, which could be a mess if you keep going north. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Right, any questions or comments or motion?
Do we have to modify this proposal? Like make mention of like this area of the sign or anything?
Yeah, I make a motion to authorize the an identifying pylon sign from McCormick Sand as proposed up to 118 square feet.
Or have motion and support. We'll go ahead and take a roll call vote here. Dave, yes. Casey?
Yes.
Todd?
Yes.
Jesse is stepped down. Mark?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
And John?
Yes.
All right. Next up. Bart. Now, any campaigns can be run very quickly. So is there anyone interested in,
Oh, I thought we were just gonna skip right to the adjournment.
Yeah, that was hoping.
we can make a motion that would be, who says, that's all thing on here. It's the last page. But again, if anyone is interested,
No.
it is an extremely fun position. You get to play with a gavel.
You're doing a great job.
Yes, you are, Dave. There's no one like him.
All right.
If anybody wants to give my job
You
a
just
try,
gave me grief over this.
because
Wait a minute.
Dave doesn't miss a
I had it for
meeting.
2 terms. So.
Are you sure you want it back
I
again,
had it for 2
John?
It's your turn. John would do good.
You would be good. And Dave hasn't missed a meeting all year.
I live
think we
right
should.
there, so it's
Yeah.
come get you. I get the golf cart after me. Oh, Casey, if you, is there any, first of all, is anyone interested?
Can Lee do it?
I don't think he,
Do you not want to do it?
He cannot.
I didn't think so. Because
Works for
he's the
certain,
trust.
not certain.
Dang, how do you get out of it?
I need more practice.
like to be,
Practice makes perfect.
next time?
I'm still learning the
You can
book.
take just a couple hours and get it all prepared and
See, this makes.
My
it really
mentor
easy.
says I need more time.
No,
I would do it. I just want time.
as your agent, I'm telling you, accept the proposal. You
I think we-
interested? You know what?
Chairman?
No, the
Vice.
vice, or no, or the secretary, or would you?
You be the vice and I'll be the secretary then. We'll just flip flop.
Okay, I'll do that.
Uh,
I got to be re-sworn.
I don't know.
I just got sworn in not long ago for
No.
the secretary.
I guess they don't.
So if Steven's not here,
Then
Yeah, I become the
I'm not
recording
here.
secretary, right?
Yeah.
That's right up my alley.
which is
Someone else's, you potentially have to take the minutes.
No problem. I love it. I take so many notes.
I can do it from the video anyway.
Oh, true.
You say who does the motions.
Very true.
I think someone who is not one of the 3 parties mentioned should make a motion.
I make a motion to appoint Mr. Dave Glick as chairman, Mr. Todd Howland as vice chairperson, Please see Jordan as secretary.
We have a motion. Second. Motion and support. Can we do this one by all those in favor? Sure. Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, now.
I make a motion.
It's 34.
Right, nice job.
We have a second?
Yes, support.
2 seconds. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That never gets opposed and 6:34.